Hey, and welcome back to Merle Plays the Games. This is Merle. Oh, dude, I'm not even kidding you. Just as I started to say, hey, I think the snow's going away. It is. No way. Never seen it progress like that. It's interesting. Let's see what it does. There's the base. Hi, base. How you doing? Are we back to water now? We are. Haha. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, might keep the pistola out. Alright, so. Hopefully you guys saw my last episode. Is Sons of the Force DOA? I don't know. I hope it's not. It was a very interesting video. Just kind of wanted to share my thoughts. Got some great feedback from you guys. Some great interaction. It was really nice. And I had one comment, or I guess it was 2 or 3 comments in particular, from Leo Handrush. Leo, I appreciate you jumping in and offering some insight. Definitely appreciate it. Sorry, I'm trying to make it over. Kind of just want. Oh shoot! What is that? Oh my gosh! These guys were beaten up. Oh shoot! They were killing cannibals. Die! Jeez. I don't know where that fingers is at. Jeez. That guy took some shots, man. Where's this fingers at? There he is. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Oh. Let's see if we can do the old hurt knee. Yep. Dang. All right, so let me get his skin. I want your skin. Okay, so Leo, I'm going to go through some of what Leo said because I thought it was one of the more intriguing comments. More interesting, a lot of stuff I didn't know, wasn't aware of. It's kind of got me interested in looking into some of this stuff and trying some of this out. So you guys may have read it, but I'm going to probably put it on screen at some point here so you can see it. But so his first comment was, you know, makes no noise, builds nothing, skips night, complains about no enemies. Yeah, I mean, you know. I won't argue there. Now, granted, in the video, I was just walking around and talking. So, but I obviously I made the comments that I wasn't bothered in like 20 or 25 minutes. So, however, information that we find out here in just a second from Leo, if true, will explain that. I mean, that's what he's getting at with his comments. So he's giving me some crap. And that's okay. So go destroy camps and get your aggro counter up. The AI aggression is based on your aggression. If you play passive like this, circling in a 10-foot radius, of course there's nothing to kill. Now, right there, I would at least say it would be nice to, like, and maybe that's what he's getting at. I have to get my aggro up. I have to get, you know, the AI aggro up to get them to even attack my base. But I would like there to be some more just passive attacks, I guess, if that makes sense. But anyways, so continuing on, lack of understanding of the AI system is the devs needing to put in an in-game document explaining this. 100%. 100%, Leo. We're best friends now, by the way. Wonderful insight. Because I'm like, how does this dude know all this stuff? Well, we find out later on in one of his other comments how he knows, but really interesting information, and I wish they would do that. I wish so much. Why would you not do that? Why would you not explain to people? I mean, there's nothing wrong with Googling stuff and getting on Reddit and that kind of thing to try to find out information. I do it all the time. I don't get on Reddit that much, but, you know, I do Google stuff, and I do look at Reddit posts. I just don't have, like, a account on Reddit that I'm in actively Redditing. Here's another thing, N-Night, if you're listening. Fix the freaking doors, man. This thing is something that's gone on since the since the original release of this game 10 months ago, 11 months ago. Ugh. Okay, so we killed the cannibals. That was cool. My screen went black for a second. I don't know if you saw that. My monitor's probably going to die or something. Okay, so we got to get our aggro up. So I'm going to start kind of working on that as I'm talking. We're going to try to go out and, I don't know, find some stuff to kill. Let's see. I'm going to go this way. I think there's a camp over here. Anyways, I'm going to have to get out a map and find the camps just so I know where to go. But anyways, so to read on, yeah, so goes out of base and runs into enemies within 60 seconds. Yes, that's true. I ran out and ran into a muddy, 100%. You know, he's definitely giving me crap about it. Does not attack the AI to get the aggro counter up. Now, in my defense, I didn't really realize that was like a thing. So, but yes, you know, and it really was just me. Was more of a, like I explained in the video, or maybe I didn't. But it was more of like a walk and talk. Good Lord. So me just walking and complaining like a whiny little, you know, baby. But anyway, so he goes on. I commented on that. He commented back. He's like, "You're seeing the mud crawlers in your video because your aggro is reset to 1. Kill them and you'll get bone armor. Kill them, you get cannibals that throw spears or get themselves on fire that will come at you." So yeah, definitely have experienced all that. Me and my friend are psychos who murder all things. I love that. Yeah, Leo. And the AI never leaves us in peace for more than 5 minutes. Now that's something I'm interested in seeing if I can replicate. At nighttime, it is just being raided by mutants and demons until the sun comes up. So I typically do sleep during the night because I hate the night. So I'm just curious if do you guys have bases, or are y'all just running around the map at all hours of the night? I'm really curious. And are you using mods? Because I think I would die like 100 times. You're probably not. You guys are probably amazing at this game, and you're like, why the hell am I watching this moron play this game? He's dumb. I'm learning. This is what I need you guys for. So, okay, so building near cannibal camps or roads helps with being attacked more often. Okay, that makes sense. And I'm kind of near a road. I don't know if I'm near enough a road. I mean, there's a road right, you can see the tip of the compass right there. And my base is where Kelvin is at. So maybe I need to be more near a road? I don't know. Maybe I need to find a place that's like really right next to a road. I'm not 100% sure. The information on how the dynamics of the AI difficulty system works is from Wiki Fandom, dev updates on Steam and Reddit posts. So yeah, I've seen some of the... Now, I remember reading about one of the updates from the devs that if you don't attack... I thought it was something along the lines where if you don't attack enemies, they'll be more aggressive, but I guess it's the opposite of that. Again, I remember that being in one of the updates, but I remember thinking, okay, well, they don't go into real, you know, there's not a lot of in-depth discussion, so maybe there's really not that much to the AI and, you know, aggro and that kind of thing. So obviously I was wrong. I guess I'm just curious how these guys figure that out. That's another thing. But regardless, I did subscribe as you have good points and are intellectually expressing how the game makes you feel. Intelligently expressing how the game. Thank you. I appreciate that, Leo. I mean, I know I was probably pissing. You're probably yelling at the computer. What is this idiot doing? He's bitching about this stuff, and he could literally be fixing it. So thanks for your patience. I'm gonna seriously. We're gonna. I don't know, this episode, the next 20 episodes, whatever. We're gonna figure this crap out. So there is a build item called the Forge. Okay, in game that allows you to upgrade weapons. Yeah, we got that. It probably wasn't. I didn't really show it in the video, but I do have that, and I have my axe obviously has been upgraded. So, and I have my guns, my pistol, my shotgun. I think the machete I upgraded. So yeah, I definitely have taken advantage of that. So when the forge is activated, a rainstorm will happen, which will also trigger an invasion by mutants if you're looking for some action. Yep. So definitely a good call there. You can have some auto action essentially. You can just bring them in. Okay, so I'm gonna go save real fast, and then we're gonna try to venture out. It may take me. I'm probably just gonna edit around me venturing out because it's probably gonna take me a minute to find some enemies because I don't have enough aggro built up. So I'll see you guys when we find. So I'm gonna basically just kind of run around. I guess I'll try and survive the nights. I don't have any. I need to get more of that anyways. So more of the sulfite, I guess it's called. My thing got knocked over by. I did have a couple cannibals attack. They knocked some up. I had some of the fatties attack me. You think living out here they would not be fat, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna make my way around and see if I can find some more camps to attack and piss some cannibals off, like Leo says we need to do. So, ew, look at that. All right, let's see what kind of damage we can do here. Oh, this is, man, these, okay, so that's one thing Leo mentioned was, you know, going into caves and, yeah, did I read that part? Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I think I did. Cannibals with higher aggro will place down effigies, yeah. And as you complete more caves, the more mutants you kill, eventually they come out of the cave, including demons, and will non-stop attacking during the night, which I've not seen up during the night, so these little freaking things are hard to kill. I'm not good at the combat in this game. Oh my gosh, they are everywhere. Wow. Man. Alright, let's kill some mutants. God, do I have them? Yep, I do. Where you guys going? Huh? What? Dang it. Does that kill him? Nope. Oh, shit. Oh, take him out. Alright, let's throw some grenades. Oh, dude, that was sick. Here comes the other one. Oh, here comes a Muddy. Come here, Muddy. Piece of garbage. Where you at? That's the other thing about these Muddies. I don't want to chase them for 10 miles. What am I stepping on? What is it? Ugh. Stupid ledge. Alright, I'm not chasing him. And I do miss that you don't get armor from those things anymore. It's only the big ones. The bigger ones, I guess I should say. Alright. And a Night V. Look at us go. I had all three of those at once. Apparently I needed some more things. Wasn't there another? There was another one. Apparently not. Okay, let's, oh man, look at this! Just stuff everywhere. What are you guys up to? Where y'all going? These guys are, you know, hey. Jesus. Thank you. I'm just glad it's not winter anymore. God. Okay, we don't need any of that. Take the Night V. I'm just gonna hoof it. I'm just gonna hoof it. So, All right, I had to bring up a map just to try to see if I could figure out where some cannibal camps are. So I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go this way. Let us. Actually, let's go this way. Get that aggro up. I'm gonna kill this spear guy first because he's gonna be annoying as all get out. Oh, dude. I didn't even realize that guy was doing that. Oh god. Kill the bird. That's crazy. Running away, no stamina. Bye. Jeez. Oh. And you're dead. You're dead. They put me in the same camp I was in? I don't think so. Look at this dude. What's up, bros? You got something you gotta be doing or what? Just need y'all to like chill. This guy's ran away. I think I got time to get up. Okay. We'll just take a shot at it here. I guess I should probably heal. It's probably a good idea. I think I've got at least one piece of creepy armor. We'll give it a second. Where's this big dude at? You're dead. That was awesome. I forgot about those arrows. We're gonna start making those things. Come here, buddy. Come here. All right, getting that aggro up, Leo. We're doing it, man. Golly. Oh, it didn't even hurt her. What kind of armor are you wearing, girl? Yeah, then they run away. Y'all gotta chase after them. And so one thing I wanted to do, just to finish out the end of this episode, I'll let you guys kind of watch some of the killing that I did. But one thing I want to do is I want to touch base, kind of talk about the information that's on the Sons of the Forest fandom, the wiki. So one thing that they have categories here for fear and for anger, and I'll leave the links to these in the description. They're not hard to find, but just in case you are curious about it, this is one of the places that Leo had suggested, or that he had gotten his information from. So, and I don't want to bore you guys with this stuff, but I do think it's interesting. So one of the things they talk about, they have a section on fear. And this is some of the stuff that it says is fear works in a similar manner to sentiment. So sentiment is another section they have. It's sentiment plays a crucial role in Sons of the Forest, influence how the influencing how the cannibal AI remembers past interactions with the player. So, you know, the only way of decreasing sentiment towards the player amongst entities involves causing them damage through any means possible. If a cannibal endures severe injury and remains alive, its negative sentiment towards the player will persist for an extended duration. Notably, entities such as the golden masked cannibals maintain their sentiment towards the player even if they are subjected to an attack from the player. While the full extent of sentiment's effects remain uncertain, it currently serves no practical purpose within the game. However, there is a possibility that the developers will allow players to establish friendly relationships with certain cannibals or offer tributes in the future. As of now, sentiment levels will only increase if interacting with Kelvin and Virginia. Okay, so one thing I wanted to try to talk about a little bit is I got onto the Sons of the Forest fandom, the wiki. One of the things that Leo had mentioned in one of his comments to the last video, and what it says about fear, and I'm going to read a little bit of this, but just because I think it's interesting. Fear works in a similar manner to sentiment. And sentiment apparently at this point, I guess, doesn't really have any kind of, according to the wiki, you know, it says while the full extent of sentiment's effects remain uncertain, it certainly serves as it currently serves no practical purpose within the game. But however, with fear, it's important to note that there are two types of fear in the game. The first is player-influenced fear, which is relatively straightforward and is a direct response to the player's actions. The second type of fear is a more complex and is based on general environmental factors. This type of fear is more challenging to explain and understand. Player-influenced fear can be interpreted as a rational fear which varies for different entities. For example, dirty cannibals normally begin with a value of 30 fear, in contrast to a normal cannibal which starts at 0, which makes them, you know, they run up and bug in and then run off. So this value prompts entities to flee from the player when their fear level approaches 100. Fear levels can currently be increased by shooting guns or by building custom effigies. Again, I assume this is correct. I don't know how they know this. I mean, these guys are digging into the game files and all that kind of stuff, so I'm assuming that's how they know. Despite the presence of this variable, it is still possible for cannibals to flee even when their fear level is at 0. Taunting cannibals with a severed head is one method. This type of fear is primarily driven by the environment surrounding the entities. This can result in cannibals making more unpredictable decisions compared to the player-influenced fear, which typically only causes cannibals to flee with 100% predictability. The best way to comprehend this type of fear is comparing it to a human stress during a fight. The fear level of a cannibal, for instance, may start around 20 during a fight, but can quickly increase to 100 as they suffer damage, which is interesting. You know, sometimes you get up there and you'll be fighting and you'll kill 2 of them and the other 2 will just run away. During such situations, fear levels tend to fluctuate frequently, rising and falling in response to changing circumstances. So again, interesting. So here's anger. The most influential variable among the bunch is anger, which directly affects entities within the game. Essentially, anger represents the probability of a cannibal attacking the player. Although the variable is not fully understood, it is established that the initial anger level of cannibals at the start of the game is 10 towards the player, which increases based on the player's actions throughout the game. Actions such as destroying villages, killing cannibals, being in a village, being in close proximity to cannibals, cutting trees, and shooting either at cannibals or in general can all contribute to an increase in the anger level. Once it reaches 100, cannibals will exhibit aggressive behavior and will actively pursue and attack the player. As of now, there is no way to decrease this variable. Consequently, players cannot maintain peaceful relationships with any clans or cannibals. Yeah, that's fine. The game employs 2 types of anger levels, which are player influenced and environment influenced. The former is determined by the actions of the player, makes sense. The latter is determined by various environmental factors such as presence of enemies or perceived threats. These anger levels are known to fluctuate frequently, rising and falling in response to changing circumstances. The impact of the behavior in the entities is a crucial variable to consider in playing the game. Yes, for sure. Apparently. In the most recent update, the developers have calibrated anger levels for certain entities of the muddy cannibals. It appears that the anger levels for this entity have been reduced from 10 to 6, resulting in a decrease in their level of aggression. In the foreseeable future, we anticipate that such changes to entities' behavior may become more frequent. As a result, we plan to make a board to monitor all entities. Yeah, so that's cool to keep track of it. So very interesting. So this is all really, I mean, it's very interesting that there's this level of attention in the game to these things. I'm going to continue to try to, kill cannibals. And one thing I didn't do a lot of was destroy their bases. Like, I guess that's like destroying their huts and that kind of thing. So their lean-tos or whatever. So I'm going to continue to do that. There's, on the wiki, and you guys can look, like I said, the link will be in the description, but they've got screen grabs. And I've seen other YouTubers do this where they're showing stats for the cannibals, and it lists sentiment, fear, and anger. So, again, this was something I wasn't aware of. Again, kudos to Leo for bringing it to my attention. Hopefully this will help you guys when you're playing your game. So maybe you're not like me, and maybe you don't want there to be a lot of attacks, or you want it to be more peaceful, like Leo said, and like this definitely suggests, is the least aggressive you are, the cannibals sort of in turn will be less aggressive. So I definitely want aggression up. So what it doesn't, and maybe it does explain it. I'm just, I'm from Arkansas, so I'm dumb, but is to keep, I get that it increases their anger and that kind of thing, but if a cannibal across the map is not going to be affected by what I do to a cannibal camp on the other side of the map. So, I still am not 100% sure how this will increase, attacks on my base, which is ultimately what I would like to see more of. At a certain point in the game, if you're like me, you like these games because you can just play them forever. You can just continue to survive, all that kind of stuff, continue to build. In the Forest, I would jump around to different bases that I had built on the island. And I would love to continue to be able to do that in Sons of the Forest, but if it's not going to be, if I'm just going to build bases and then nothing's going to happen, it's for me, my play style, I want more aggressive cannibals, enemies. It doesn't have to be cannibals, just more aggressive enemies. So I don't know what that means for the future of the game. This is all very interesting. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be keeping it in mind as I go forward in just this playthrough and just, playing with my brother. But yeah, it's really interesting. I hope it ends up being something that they continue to improve on. And like Leo said in his comment, I wish they would make this information readily available. Put it in, put some kind of explanation in some of the, in the in-game options. Have some kind of explanation about how this works, because I just thought it was a mechanic of the game that the game just was built to not send cannibals to my base. So again, I'm not 100% sure of the correlation between just going to different camps all over the island, killing things, destroying them, and then they'll come attack me. I mean, apparently that does happen a little bit, definitely increases that from what I can tell. But, I just wish that, I could continue to kind of build on my base, have multiple bases, and always have that, uneasiness, anxiety, whatever you want to call it, about, am I going to get attacked? And if I do I have the right defenses built? Am I prepared, with weapons and arrows and, you know, ammo, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, really exciting stuff, really interesting stuff. And I'm going to continue to kind of test it here on my own, but hopefully you guys, you know, I'll be able to kind of show some of it to you, or at least you'll notice a difference. I'll probably talk about it. I mean, I definitely noticed aggression as I've been playing through and killing stuff, but it's just been more, you know, I don't, you know, there's been times, I mean, there's been a lot of stuff since that last video to this one that I just went out and played on this save and then on a different one with my brother, and, you know, doing a lot of killing, and I still haven't, you know, I'd get to my base and I'd, you know, I don't know what, random stuff, you know, just working on the base, knocking walls out for windows, that kind of stuff, and just never, for, you know, after having run around for, you know, 45 minutes killing stuff, come back and then worked on the base for 20 minutes and never got attacked. So again, so I'm not sure the correlation exactly. Maybe I need to give it more time, but hopefully this will help. You know, I'm still hopeful, and that this will, you know, make a difference. So anyways, all right guys, we're back to the base. Quite the adventure we had in this episode. Another big shout out again to Leo for his comment on the last video. Really a big shout out to all of you guys that came in and watched the video and commented. I really do appreciate it. A lot of great insight. Leo is the one that just sort of gave me just enough of a tease of information to send me down, I don't call it a rabbit hole, but, you know, researching and figuring out what the game does, what it sort of, you know, how your actions affect the game. So still am curious, and Leo may jump in the comments on this one if he watches it and educate me, but I'm still curious to see how, you know, everything you've seen in this video, if that's going to produce, you know, what I would personally, not everybody's going to want this, but I personally would like to see, which is, you know, more attacks on my base. I don't mind going out and adventuring out and killing stuff, but at the same time, you know, I would like to, and this is one thing I think I've pointed out in the video, was to kind of bounce around to, you know, I'd like to have smaller sort of like satellite bases that are closer to other places, you know, other points of interest that I can go to and maybe work on those and build on those, but still get, you know, attacked or pressure on my base. So I don't know if this will help. Coming out of the bunker, definitely, you know, there was some action. Before the bunker stuff, you saw I was on the old airport, the old landing strip, and there was a lot of stuff going on there. I had to actually just come out of a cave, and I was going to put that footage in here, but I think I'm just going to save it for the next episode, or for another episode. And it was really just running and getting, I went and got the golden armor, and I didn't even know what was in the cave. I just went in it, because it was one I hadn't been in yet. I avoid the cave, so I honestly don't know what's in what. I mean, I know where like the rebreather is at and the rope gun, I think, but anyways, so it was, when you guys probably know what all's in there. It was the armor, and was there anything else that I picked up? Oh, the goggles, the night vision goggles, but that was a trip in itself. My gosh, I hate those things. I hate going in there, but I survived it. So hopefully that'll be something you guys will be interested in seeing. I'll definitely make a video of it, but that's why. But everything after that was on the landing strip, and then I went down into that bunker because that bunker was right there. And so I did remember when I came up on that camp, I thought, oh god, yeah, this is one of the bunkers. So got in there and did that, and coming out of both of those definitely triggered something, because there was a ton of enemies on that landing strip. So I've been through that landing strip before on just random playing and never had anything like that. So maybe that's what I kind of discussed and what I was kind of reading online and what Leo had talked about. Maybe that was it in action. So hopefully, again, there'll be some more pressure on the base. we'll see. Ultimately, that's what I'd like to see. Maybe what I'm doing, you know, going out and killing stuff, destroying camps, is just sort of get them to chase you around as you're out and about, which is totally fine. Of course, it's great. But really, what's the point of having all these defensive walls and having, you know, one of the things I found in the cave was one of the new blueprints for one of the traps. And, you know, what's the point of having those if no matter what you do, you're never going to get any more extra pressure, any more extra attacks on your base? You know, why are they even giving us those blueprints? To just put randomly in the forest and we never see anybody interact with them? Obviously not. So hopefully what Leo's talking about will help. You know, I'm trying to put it into action. We'll see how it goes, but it's definitely been fun. And again, thank you guys for jumping in. Appreciate it as always. We'll see you in the next one.